Alright guys, we have a super cool deal for tomorrow. So we're up here on Lake Okeechobee out of beautiful Clueless and just had steak dinner over at the Elks Lodge. If you guys have ever been to Okeechobee, you know that classic steak dinner deal. But tomorrow we are going out and we're going to do kind of like a challenge video. I'm here with Osinski, the guy that owns Gambler Lures, the brains, the brawn behind the Costa win a few years ago and a lot of the product development. But what we're going to do is we got a new Gear Up package. And if you're not familiar with the Gear Up package, basically it's a conglomeration at a great price of some of the best top-selling products that Gambler makes. And basically each Gear Up package gets kind of a theme or a sort of like a bait type. We've done a JT Kenny package. We've done a swim bait package. But this time we're doing a punching package. And what we're going to do is tomorrow, me and Val are going to go out on beautiful Lake Okeechobee and we're going to put the new punching package to the test. We're going to flip some mats, punch some heavy cover, and see what it can do. What is the first bait of the Punching Gear Up package that you're going to have tied on to punch some mats tomorrow?
Well, that's a good question. It's loaded with all of our flipping baits in there, and they're all excellent. So I actually have 4 different flipping rods tied up, and tomorrow on the water we'll go through a little bit more on the rod selection. But man, it's hard to beat the cricket, So I figured, our Gear Up bag challenge is going to be to catch fish on every bait in that bag tomorrow. So they're all going to get used, and they're all going to catch fish. But I think I'm going to knock out the easy one with the cricket first.
Tomorrow, Punching Gear Up package challenge. We're going to tear into some Okeechobee largemouth with these punching baits that I know work. But we're going to put them to the test and put the Gear Up package to the test on the south end of Lake Okeechobee tomorrow.
Val with Gambler Lures, and I'm out on the water today with Mikeybalzz when we're doing the Gear Up challenge for our new Gear Up box. But before we get started, I kind of want to run through it. It's our flipping box. We've done a few of these, and this is the Gear Up one. It obviously comes as all our other ones in our waterproof dry bag, and then I've got a load of goodies in here for flipping. And basically, it's a couple bags of all of our favorite flipping baits. We've got our new Stinger product, 2 colors of that, our Why Nots, 2 colors of that, BB Cricket, one of our classic baits, a couple colors of that, our Crawdaddy, our most popular colors in that, our burner Craws, a couple bags of Otters, and 4 packs of our couple different colors of punch skirts. It's everything you need to catch fish flipping. And we're going to go out today and we'll try to catch fish on every one of these baits that's in this Gear Up bag and see what we can do with it. But check out the Flipping Gear Up bag. It's loaded with our top baits and our top colors. It's a great way to stock up your tackle box and get ready for flipping season.
All right, Val, let's get this thing started. What are you going to go with?
Man, I tell you what, I dumped out the entire Gear Up box on the floor of your boat. This is what we're fishing with today. This is usually what my boat looks like. It's not too far off, but usually it's not in bags. Usually it's just loose in the bottom of my boat. But so you know what, Mike? I'm really going to start with a cricket today, I think. We're coming off a little bit of a cold front. It's still early. I think when it warms up, fish are going to get more aggressive. But this morning, I think they're going to be a little sensitive. So I got Stingers, I got burner Craws, there's an Otter in there. And we got to catch a fish on every one of these baits today. So I'm going to go, there we go. I'm going to go cricket back at you. Black and blue, it's a great color, cool bait. That's what I'm starting with. I got a little 1.2 on here. The great thing about this cricket, guys, is it's a small bait, but it takes a big hook. That's a nice 4/0 hook, and that's what I'm going to go with this to start. And I'm not going to put a punch skirt on it. Got a bunch of punch skirts in there too, guys. But got that all rigged up. That's going to be my weapon of choice. What are you going to use, Mike?
Val, I think me dig in this pile for a second.
I know, there's a bunch in here to choose from, man. I'm telling you, this box is loaded with all good stuff.
So I gotta tell you, I got a new favorite, man. And it's this guy right here, the Stinger, and in Friendly Fire, dude. This is a killer color. I've been fishing Kissimmee a lot, actually, man. And this is a killer color on Kissimmee, and I think it's gonna do pretty good on Okeechobee. So I think I'm gonna start off with the Stinger, Friendly Fire. So we're gonna get that rigged up on a 1.5 real quick, reins, and let's get fishing, man. Right?
Yeah, we got a bunch of math all around us, and we're gonna go to work and see what we can do with the Gear Up Challenge this morning. But there it is, Mike. Fish number 1 on the Gear Up. That one was on a cricket. I guess I can put that one away. It didn't take long. Not a giant, but we're off and running. Yeah, Bugs is gonna destroy your boat. This is her favorite thing. Her favorite game is grab the stuff. We usually, you know, we celebrate after every fish. We play a game of keep away. Bait number 2, we're going with the Crawdaddy. This is like classic gambler here, man. One of the baits that put us on the map. He still catches them. I got one on the cricket, so I'm moving over to the Crawdaddy now. Straight black and blue. And go back to work again. You know, this Crawdaddy, Mike, it's I'm gonna show you something. I'm just rigging it up the way it is, but a lot of times also, like if you want a little bigger profile than the cricket, you know, you can take this Crawdaddy, you can take about, you know, down to about those first legs off, and you get the kind of the small profile of the cricket, you know, if you really want a small profile bait. So I'm gonna flip it just the way it is, but if you guys want a smaller bait, just take an inch off of it and a little bigger body bait than the Crawdaddy, and it still holds a real big hook. So I'm gonna go with the way it is right now. If I don't get bit on it, then I'll take a little off and make it a little smaller. Didn't take long on a Crawdaddy. That's number 2. Mike, you're still setting up cameras. You need to get your camera set up, get your Stinger on, and help me out here. I'm for sure you're going to bite today.
All right, guys. Finally on the board. Stinger, Friendly Fire. Oh, and look, so down here in Florida, when a bass is peeing like that, it means their hormones are going crazy, and basically it means they're coming into spawn. So that's probably a male. Got one on the Stinger. I'm gonna move on to something else. All right, guys, so next one for me on the punch-up bag, on the punching Gear Up, I'm gonna go with the ugly otter. This is our standard size otter. We also have a small, a micro otter, but this is the standard. What's kind of unique about this guy is the appendages on it. It's got these paddles like that, and it doesn't really hang up or anything, but what it does is it creates kind of like this weird undulating fall that's a little bit different than your standard appendages, like your paddles and stuff on other baits. So I'm gonna put this on my 1.5 and get back to it. There's a better one. All right, guys, that's how we do it. Watch out, Bugs. Guys, that was on the Otter, and what we did there is I went up to that 2-ounce weight because it's super duper thick, but that ugly otter has that tail action. That's a nice white fish coming in, but it has that awesome tail action. Let me show it to you real quick. Basically, I was pumping the bait, and it felt nice once I got through. But I think that tail, when you pump it up and down, and those other appendages, they gently move water. It's a little different action than the burner craw. It's not a kicking action. It's almost like a waving action. But we're gonna get another one rigged up here.
This one's real special to me. This is one of the baits that helped me win the Costa a few years ago. And it's the Why Not in that color, the Junebug Shadow Blue. So for old time's sake, I'm going Why Not next.
Oh, that's another solid one, man.
Yeah, these are nice keepers here. One little pass. Mike, one of the things in this box is this quick change punch skirt. You know, we've been punching here for a little bit and kind of bite slowed down a little bit. I'm gonna go to a punch skirt. I tend to go to a little heavier weight when I have a punch skirt on, so I went up to 1.5 ounces. And what's cool about this quick change one is I can just put that hook through there, slide it on, and I'm ready to go. I don't need to cut my line, retie. And this punch skirt's a Star Flash. It's like the round rubber punch skirt versus the flat silicone. It's got a lot of action in the water. It's a really good little different thing you can do sometimes if you're looking for a couple extra bites. Okay, Mikey, I think we got cricket, crawdaddy, otter, why not, stinger. Those are all done. You know, we got burner craw left still. I think it's not going to take too long, and we're going to complete the cycle on the gear up bag.
Tell me kind of like what makes the burner craw different, because I know this is what you pretty much won the coast on. Like when would you pull out the burner craw? Like
really,
what sets it apart?
You know, what we've seen, and when we first started, we were kind of getting through everything with an ounce, you know, 1.25 ounce type cover. So, you know, cricket, crawdaddy. Now we've stepped up. I'm on 1.5 ounces, and you're at 2 ounce right now. So really, you know, the body on this bait holds the hook really well. When you start putting 2 ounce weights on and flip it in the real thick cover, that hook wants to pop through on a thinner bait like a cricket. It gets a little harder to keep that hook in all the time. So really, with the why not and the burner craw, the exact same body, it's super thick, it holds a big hook real well. You put a big 1.5 ounce, 2 ounce weight, bump it around those reeds, and it's just going to be a lot more effective fishing it. So, you know, we're in a little bit heavier cover now, up the size of my weight. I'm going to go a little thicker body, so I'm a little more efficient throwing it.
That's a solid one, Val. Nice, dude. And that's on the burner craw.
That's on a burner craw. We just completed the cycle with the gear up bag. We got one on every bait we brought. I think I'm gonna buckle down on a cricket to catch some big ones now.
Nice, let's do it.
Hey guys, we just finished up our gear up box challenge. Mikeybalzz and I have been out punching heavy grass with the flipping bag we just put out. It's a great combination of all our flipping baits. We caught fish on everything that's in that bag today. It's available at gamblerlures.com. It's a limited time only. Check them out. Get them while you can before they're gone.